Coming up on The Cut, Arizona has just banned abortion, citing a law from 1864. What this means for the state?
And the nuclear power plant was attacked by drones in Ukraine. What this means for the Ukrainian people.
And there was a solar eclipse this past week. What this meant for Phoenix residents? The Cut starts now. Welcome back. I'm Shai Bradley.
And I'm Ernie Jimenez. Arizona has voted to ban all abortions for any circumstance in the state. Cut reporter Kate Nakamura is here to share more details on how this ban came to be and its impact on the state. Kate?
Thank you, Ernie. On Tuesday, the Arizona Supreme Court ruled to ban nearly all abortions in a 4-2 vote. Following the overturn of Roe v. Wade in 2022, the right to abortion was placed in the hands of the states. In that same year, Arizona barred abortions past the 15-week mark. Now in Tuesday's ruling, the majority vote says that, quote, because the federal constitutional right to abortion that overrode Section 13-3603 no longer exists, the statute is now enforceable, end quote. This statute being a territorial law created in 1864 that bans all abortions except when it is necessary to save a pregnant person's life, therefore making no exceptions for rape or incest. This ruling will not take effect immediately, rather it will be enforced prospectively as it is in a 14-day stay of enforcement. Those on both sides have expressed their thoughts on the ruling. Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Counsel Jake Warner said that, quote, life is a human right, and today's decision allows the state to respect that right and fully protect life again, end quote. While Attorney General Chris Mays, who is a Democrat, expressed that this ruling is, quote, unconscionable and an affront to freedom, end quote. But the final say may be decided by Arizona voters, as an abortion rights group says that they have garnered enough signatures to put forth a ballot measure for the upcoming November election. For the Cut Network, I'm Kate Nakamura.
Thank you, Kate. It will be interesting to see how the citizens of Arizona will react to this ban, as we will continue to keep you updated on any progressions.
UN inspectors say nuclear plant in Ukraine was struck by drones. According to the UN's atomic watchdog agency, an explosion caused by an alleged drone attack at Europe's largest nuclear plant in Ukraine on Tuesday posed no direct threat to its safety, but underscored the, quote, extremely serious, end quote, situation at the facility that has been repeatedly caught in the war's crossfire. The International Atomic Energy Agency said its team was aware of an explosion at a training center next to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. It said it was not informed the blast was from a drone attached, but gave no further details. The actor will avoid facing jail time, where he has been poised to face a maximum 1 year in prison. New York Judge Michael Gaffey, who oversaw the December trial, ordered Majors to complete a 52-week in-person batterers intervention program. He must also continue with his mental health therapy. Majors will face a year in jail if he violates the terms of his sentence, which also included a no-contact order with Jabari.
In a landmark case against a woman from Texas is taking legal action against prosecutors in Starr County, seeking over $1 million in damages after being wrongfully arrested and charged with murder for having an abortion. Lizelle Gonzalez, then 26 years old, found herself behind bars for 2 nights in 2022 after using abortion medication to self-induce a termination 19 weeks into her pregnancy. Despite the charges being dismissed, shortly thereafter, the ordeal left her life irreversibly altered. According to her lawsuit, prosecutors knowingly misrepresented facts and disregarded Gonzalez's rights, leading to her arrest and subsequent public humiliation. Now she's seeking justice. The lawsuit targets Gocha Allen Ramirez, the Starr County District Attorney, Alexandria Limbarera, the Assistant District Attorney, and the county itself. Ramirez, facing professional repercussions, was found guilty of professional misconduct earlier this year. An investigation revealed that Ramirez's office attempted to pursue charges against Gonzalez despite clear legal protections for individuals seeking abortions in Texas. While Ramirez faces consequences, Barrera, despite her involvement, remains untouched by public disciplinary actions. Advocates for women's rights have condemned the incident, labeling it as a blatant attempt to curtail reproductive health care access for women. This case comes amid Texas's implementation of strict abortion laws, raising concerns about the erosion of women's rights in the state. As Gonzalez seeks justice, her case stands a stark reminder of the ongoing battle for reproductive rights and the importance of safeguarding individual freedoms.
Actor Cole Briggs Plenty has been found dead according to police and family. Cole Briggs Plenty, the 1923 Yellowstone spin-off actor who went missing last weekend, was found dead on a Friday in a wooded area in Kansas. The actor, just 27, was last seen in the early mornings of March 31st. Plenty was also identified previously as a suspect involved in a domestic violence dispute. According to a Facebook post made by the Lawrence Police Department, the body was found and identified after deputies were dispatched to an area in reference to an unoccupied vehicle. Days before he was found, police said that he had probable cause for his arrest in response to the allegations of domestic violence.
After the Oxford High School shooting in 2021, many pointed out the role that the parents of the shooter played. Now here's reporter Brandon Muth to tell us what a judge had to say about this notion. Brandon?
Thank you, Ernie. In an update to the case of James and Jennifer Crumley, the parents of the teenager who killed 4 students in the 2021 school shooting in Oxford, Michigan, were each sentenced on Tuesday to 10 to 15 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter convictions, reported CNN. The Crumleys are the first parents to be held criminally responsible for a mass school shooting committed by their child, E10 Crumley. Ethan, now 17, pleaded guilty as an adult to the 2021 shooting last year and was sentenced to life in prison. Oakland County Circuit Court Judge Cheryl Matthews told families of the victims she could never understand their pain, but assured them she, quote, saw what you saw and I heard what you heard at both trials before imposing her sentences. Earlier Tuesday, the victims' parents addressed the court and the defendants. Justin Sheeling's dad, Craig, spoke to the Crumleys, saying, quote, literally every single aspect of my life has been affected by this tragedy. The blood of our children is on your hands, end quote. After sentencing, Oakland County prosecuting attorney Karen McDonald said the defendants expressed feeling bad, but what mattered to the victims' families most was an expression of remorse and, quote, acknowledgement of the wrongdoing and some sort of reconciliation or apology for that, and that didn't come, end quote. The couple will get credit for time served in the Oakland County Jail since their arrest in the wake of the shooting on November 30th, 2021. As for the families of the 4 students who were killed, they hope this decision leads to change as the nation continues to grapple with the scourge of gunfire on school campuses. For the Cut Network, I'm Brandon Muth.
Thank you, Brandon. We hope this decision can bring some peace of mind to the victims' families.
Jonathan Majors is avoiding jail time after his assault conviction. Majors, best known for his role in Creed 3 and Ant-Man Quantumania, was sentenced on Monday to domestic violence counseling after he was found guilty last year of assault and harassment of his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. The actor will avoid facing jail time, where he has been poised to face a maximum of 1 year in prison. New York Judge Michael Gaffey, who oversaw the December trial, ordered Majors to complete a 52-week in-person batterers intervention program. He must also continue with his mental health therapy. Majors will face a year in jail if he violates the terms of his sentence, which also include a no-contact order with Jabari. For the first time since 2017, a solar eclipse was visible in the United States. Cut reporter Abby Jurek is here to give more information on the eclipse and its meaning. Abby?
Thank you, Shai. On Monday, Earth experienced the largest celestial spectacle of the decade. There was a solar eclipse. The path of totality, complete darkness, did not extend to Arizona. However, Phoenix residents saw about 64% coverage at 11:20 a.m. A total eclipse occurs when the moon, appearing the same size as the sun, moves into the same path as the sun and blocks it completely. For those who experience the direct path of total eclipse, night-like darkness ensued for several minutes. The dark peak of the total eclipse can silence animals and stir an unnatural feeling for everyone, according to AZ Central. The eclipse path began in southern Texas shortly before 1:30 p.m. MST, before moving through portions of the Midwest and ending its journey in the U.S. in May, a few minutes past 3:30 p.m. MST. People all over North America spent the afternoon awed by the movement of the moon's shadow over the Earth. Moreover, it was a global sensation to experience the first solar eclipse in 7 years. Even lawmakers took a break from working on next year's budget in New York and gathered outside the Capitol to watch the eclipse. cheers rose from crowds of people all over the world. For the Cut Network, I'm Abby Jurek.
Thank you, Abby. It was so fun to see everyone come together for something so unique.
A rather unusual campaign move from former President Donald Trump left people scratching their heads. In a new ad posted on Truth Social, Trump's head replaces the moon, blocking out the sun in a nod to Monday's solar eclipse. The video, reminiscent of scenes from Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, begins with the proclamation that the most important moment in human history is taking place in 2024. As the eclipse casts a shadow over Earth, Trump's head emerges, promising to save America and make it great again. A clear reference to his potential 2024 presidential campaign. Monday's solar eclipse swept across North America, offering a moment of almost total darkness. However, this celestial event isn't just about the cosmic spectacle. It also serves a reminder of past incident during Trump's presidency. 7 years ago, during the first year of his presidency, Trump made headlines for disregarding safety warnings and staring directly at the eclipse without protective eyewear. This dangerous move drew criticism from experts who warned about a potential vision damage. Experts cautioned that looking at a solar eclipse with the naked eye can lead to serious eye injuries, including solar retinopathy, which can cause blurred vision, blind spots, and in extreme cases, blindness. Trump's recent campaign ad comes amidst a flurry of attention-grabbing remarks. At a Saturday night fundraiser in Palm Beach, Florida, he took aim at President Joe Biden, claiming that Biden literally soiled himself in the Oval Office. During his 45-minute speech, Trump mocked Biden's policies and made controversial remarks about the condition of the Resolute desk, a historic piece of furniture in the Oval Office. Trump's statement continued to fuel public discourse, highlighting the ongoing impact of his presence in the political sphere.
Taiwan semiconductor company TSMC has been granted $6.6 billion by the Biden administration to build a third manufacturing plant in the valley. Cut reporter Nick Carmea is here to tell us more. Nick?
Thank you, Shai. From weapon systems and satellites to your car and cell phone, a tiny electronic chip inside each of these devices, known as a semiconductor, powers it all. The Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company, known as TSMC, has been given $6.6 billion in direct funding by the Biden administration to build a third semiconductor manufacturing plant in the valley. The funding comes from the CHIPS and Science Act, a $280 billion spending package signed into law by Biden in 2022 that's meant to revive U.S. semiconductor production. According to a Fox 10 report, TSMC produces nearly all of the leading-edge microchips in the world and plans to eventually do so in the U.S. Gina Raimondo, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, said, quote, "These are the chips that underpin all artificial intelligence, and they are the chips that are the necessary components for the technologies that we need to underpin our economy." Alongside two other manufacturing plants, TSMC's microchip production in Arizona is projected to create over 25,000 jobs. According to Raimondo, with the U.S. set to produce nearly 20% of the world's leading-edge chips by 2030. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego also chimed in and called TSMC's expansion of production into Phoenix, quote, "the largest foreign direct investment in United States history." With the continual rise of artificial intelligence and a growing need for more assembly of semiconductors worldwide, Arizona will stand as one of the first to help the United States become a leader in the development of technology we all use. For the Cut Network, I'm Nick Carmea.
Thank you, Nick. This is a huge advancement for Arizona. It will be interesting to see how this affects technology to come.
Phoenix has a new mobile library. Co-reporter Maria Loizo is here to tell us more. Maria?
We see them in neighborhoods and schools, but now the Phoenix Public Library is sending out a library on wheels. The Bookmobile has over 2,500 items available to check out for everyone, including books, seeds, and culture passes to museums. The Phoenix Public Library not only wants to give more people access to books, but specifically those who live in low-income communities. Furthermore, the Bookmobile does not want to limit their accessibility to anyone, so they are doing everything they can to offer accommodations. According to ABC 15, it will have a quote, a designated children's space, Wi-Fi, an accessible lift for ADA access, and a retractable awning to provide shade for outdoor access, end quote. The bus makes stops at community events, schools, and senior centers to ensure they reach as many people as possible. To see if the bookmobile is coming to an area near you, check the Phoenix Public Library website to see their daily schedule. For the Cut Network, I'm Maria Loaiza.
Thank you, Maria. Definitely check it out if the mobile comes to an area near you.
Politicians in Arizona are working to determine what is next for Chase Field, hoping to keep both the Diamondbacks and taxpayers happy. Chase Stadium, home to the Diamondbacks since 1998, was the background of the 2023 World Series. Few people had expected the team to get that far in the postseason, and 3 months after the series in October, franchise owner Ken Kendrick hinted he might move the Diamondbacks out of Arizona, inspiring doubt in the hearts of fans of what will happen to their team and ballpark. But the Diamondbacks leaving their 26-year-old home ranks as the least expected option as talks continue about the future of the ballpark. The team will stay into 2027, but debates remain over how and why the park should operate. The Diamondbacks want function and luxury for fans, and the county wants out of a costly renovation bill. Chase Field has long vexed the MLB franchise. It holds close to 50,000 fans, but the last few seasons averaged close to half that. Some games, fewer than 10,000 fans show up. The team wants to fix that and add other revenue streams from skyboxes, concessions, and concerts, and it wants public support to help pay for it.
In a scene straight out of a comedy movie, chaos ensued at a shopping mall in Shenzhen, Guangdong, as 100 huskies made a daring escape from a pet cafe and went on a wild run through the premises. According to reports, the pandemonium began when a door was left open at the cafe, granting the huskies their ticket to freedom. With tails wagging and tongues out, they sprinted through the mall. Much to the surprise and amusement of shoppers, cafe staff, realizing the sudden canine invasion, sprung into action. Despite the challenging task of corralling 100 excited huskies, they embarked on a relentless indoor pursuit to retrieve the runaway pooches. After a spirited chase, the dedicated workers managed to apprehend the escapees and safely return them to the cafe. It's reported that the dogs' cheerfulness was sparked by the presence of the cafe's owner, who made a rare visit after an extended absence. Though the incident may have caused a temporary disruption, it certainly left an indelible memory for both shoppers and cafe staff alike. Well, Shai, are you a big dog person?
You know, I think dogs are cute, but 100 huskies is a lot to deal with. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
So what would you do if you're just shopping in the mall and you just see 100 huskies?
Honestly, I'd probably leave the store.
Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime memory, something that you would remember forever.
Thank you for tuning into the Cut Network.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on Twitter at @thecutASU. Have a good night.